Okay, we're gonna make Bloody Mary presented by Élodie, and we're gonna make rice salad presented by Florence. Tania will be making mixed mushroom sauté. Sophie will be making barbecue pulled chicken, and I will be making Pina Colada ice cream. So let's start with Élodie.
Hello, everybody. So I'm going to make the Bloody Mary. So I already pre-registered. I start cooking. So I need for that, for the Bloody Mary, you need some tomato juice. You need some hot sauce, the one that you prefer. You need some Worcester sauce. You need some pepper and salt, and like 1.5 lemons. So I will start by putting the tomato sauce, so at tar, and it's 500 grams. Then I press next, and so I have to put 100 grams of vodka. So I weight it. And I choose a vodka that has a little taste of orange inside, so it's good too. Then I put my lemon, between 80 and 100 grams. Then you put some spices, some hot sauce as you like it. You could put this one, or you could put some Tabasco. I don't like it very, very spicy, so I put a little bit, but after you could put other in your own glass. Then I put 2 little spoons of Worcester sauce. So it's 1 and 2. Some salt, same thing as your taste. If you like it salty, you put more salt. If you like it a little less salty, and you could still adjust. And some pepper. I like the rainbow peppercorns. And you press next. I put the lid, everything in place. I press next, and we're gonna have the speed 3 and only 10 seconds. So it's mixing. During that time, you take your glass, and I'm gonna put like some ice cube. And I'm not going to, yeah, it's mixed and it's done. You could serve it with some ice cube, and you could put a little celery branch. And I'm not, it's a little early this morning to try it. I'm just gonna eat it for my brunch.
I love drinking it.
Yesterday, and it was super good.
Thank you, Élodie. It's the perfect drink to wait while the barbecue is going on. So yeah. Perfect. And now we're gonna go to Florence with her rice salad, which is a great side dish for eating meat and other things.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, this is a recipe I've done before, and it's a great dish, especially as the weather is getting warmer. My 9-year-old really liked it too. So I've already put it into my week schedule. Rice salad with eggs and tuna fish. Some of you might know, if you click on this little arrow, you can see the ingredients and the recipe. So we'll just start cooking. So we're going to start with some water. 42 ounces of water. A little bit more. The rice is going to cook in this water in the steaming basket. Next, a teaspoon of salt. Here's my little simmering basket going straight in here. And then the rice is going to go in the basket. So here's my rice. About 9 ounces. Then make sure all the rice is getting wet to make sure it's cooking evenly. All right, then we're going to use the Varoma. That goes straight onto my lid here. And I'm going to place 2 eggs in the Varoma. And I'm going to use the Varoma tray that goes straight on top here. And my veggies are going to cook on top of the tray. So I've got carrots. I've got zucchinis. Got a few frozen peas going straight on top. And then I can just put my Varoma lid right there. Everything's cooking together. And then we're going to set this for 21 minutes in the Varoma function, speed 2. So that's going to do all the cooking now.
Okay, thank you, Florence. So just to let you know, I posted all the recipes we're doing today on the chat, but I will send out an email to everyone at the end of the class. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to speak out or just chat, whatever you like. So now let's go to Tania.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the class. So today we're going to make a mixed mushroom sauté. So we're going to use today the high temperature mode, which is very nice because it enhances the flavor of whatever you're cooking. So vegetables, mushroom, and stuff like that. So for this recipe, we're going to use the steaming basket and the splash guard. So we have the mushrooms. We're using soy sauce. And we're also using oil and butter. So let's start. So if you scroll down your screen, you have the ingredients, the preparation, and you have hints and tricks. You also have the nutrition fact on the left. So let's start cooking now. So I'm gonna add 1.5 ounces of water. And I press next. So it's asking me to insert the steaming basket, which you put that way and you keep it open so you can add your thing. So 5 ounces of button mushroom, quartered. So I just put it in the steaming basket. And then next, and I add my shiitake now. Okay, so next, so I close it. And then I put my measuring cup and it's gonna cook for 4 minutes. I mean, it's gonna be steaming the mushroom for 4 minutes on the Varoma. Yeah. And during those 4 minutes, we are gonna go to Sophie.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the class. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a pulled chicken, barbecue pulled chicken burger. So we are going to start by making the barbecue sauce. And I'm going to go straight to my wiki to retrieve my, my recipe here. So this is the recipe. You can find it on Cookidoo. And the link is probably already in the chat. Thank you, Stephanie. So the Thermomix is asking me for 4 ounces of red onion and also on the next step, garlic. So I just prepared everything. I have my 2 garlic cloves here. I'm just gonna drop everything in there. Then we are going to chop those onions and garlic together. And this is 3 seconds, speed 8. And the great thing when chopping onions with the Thermomix is that you don't get to cry. It doesn't hurt your eyes. You just have to be careful when you open the lid not to look inside, otherwise you are taking all those flavors into your eyes and this is going to hurt. So now I'm going to just scrape down the sides of my bowl, making sure that everything is at the bottom of my Thermomix like this. Pressing next, need to add 7 ounces of ketchup. So I don't like ketchup. We don't eat ketchup at home. Ketchup is full of the one you can buy into at the grocery store is full of preservative and additive. So I made my own ketchup, and this is a recipe that you can find also on the. Not on Cookidoo, actually. I adapted the recipe from something I found on internet, but you can find it on my YouTube channel. I made a tutorial of that. So this is just actually tomato sauce, sugar, and some spices. Very easy to make. So 7 ounces here. And I have my scale here, which is going to show me where am I at. There we go. Pressing next. So now you can choose either you make it with whiskey or with water. I don't like whiskey either, so I'm just going to drop 2.5 ounces of water. And as you can see, each step, the scale is tearing itself back to 0 so that you don't have to do it, except if you have the lid or you remove something that you will have to start to 0 again. Now, 3 ounces of molasses. I don't have molasses. I can substitute with honey, or you can substitute with brown sugar as well. But since we're adding brown sugar after that, I thought I would add the flavor of molasses. And I don't like it too sweet, so I'm just going to put 1.5 ounces. I'm just doing half the recipe there because I made it with the original recipe. It was very, very sweet. And this is too much for me. So that's one of the great advantage when you cook with Thermomix is that you can always tailor it to your liking, to your needs. 3 ounces of brown sugar. Here again, I'm going to add just 1.5 ounces. There we go. And yeah, like I said, if you want more or less of one ingredient, or if you want to waive an ingredient, it's always possible to meet your needs. 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. So I have here normal tomato paste. I'm just going to fill my spoon here. So we're just really dropping everything into the bowl, and this is going to be mixed into the barbecue sauce. And 2 ounces of apple cider vinegar. One teaspoon of paprika. Okay. Like this. No. I have a teaspoon and a half of Dijon mustard. So I like to use the Estragon this is a French mustard. A teaspoon and a half of Worcester, I don't know how you pronounce it, sauce. I used to live in Rhode Island, and there was that city that was written Worcester, but you said Worcester, so now I don't know how we are supposed to say it. So 1.5 teaspoons. Oh, that was a little bit much. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So here again, you can also cook without salt, without pepper. You know, you can just substitute what you need to substitute. So my pepper, and now a ground, a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper to taste. So if you like it a little bit spicy or not, this is where you can also tailor your barbecue sauce. And now I'm going to close my removing the measuring cup, and I'm going to add the simmering basket on the top. This will allow the steam to go out with making it a splash guard. So it's going to cook during 8 minutes, and I will see you later when it's ready. We are going to go back to Stephanie, maybe, I think, or no, maybe Florence.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you, Sophie.
Stephanie, the mushroom are ready, so can I?
Yes.
Okay, so our mushroom are steamed. So they were steamed in 4 minutes. So I'm going to use a spatula to remove my steaming basket because it's very hot. So I will show you the mushroom steam. See, so what I like best with my Thermomix is it can do everything, like steaming, saute, cooking, everything. So that's the steamed mushrooms. So we're gonna go to the next step. My hand is wet, so. Okay, hold on a second. Putain, j'ai un petit problème là. Okay, I think I have a.
Okay. Okay, let me talk a little bit about something that just came up. We received the new measuring cups. It was approved by the FDA. It took a while, but now we have it. So just letting you know, it's supposed to reduce the sound, so it's not as strong. And also you can order it through our e-shop, the e-shop of your consultant. And you can order it through June 8th with free shipping. And it costs $11. So just wanted to let you know about that. Okay, let's go back to Tania. Tania, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I said I was just throwing the remaining water, and then I'm putting back the bowl. So I already did that step. I discard the water, and I'm gonna put the mushroom back in the bowl. So the steamed mushroom. So now I'm adding the butter, 1 ounce of water, of butter, sorry. Virgin oil, olive oil, so 1/2 ounce. And then you can always adjust the oil and the butter depending on your taste. So if you want to reduce it or to put more, it's really up to you. So now I'm placing the splashing guard on the top. Okay, I put water on the screen, so yeah. And now it's gonna cook at high pressure for 40 minutes. And during this time, we're gonna go to Florence, I guess. Yeah.
So my rice has still about 8 minutes to cook. Stephanie, would you like to take over a little bit?
Sure. Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit about Cook-I-Do. Let me share the screen here. All right. Do you guys see the Cook-I-Do? Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So we have many collections that come out every 2 weeks, and we're expecting one. It will be about making your own yeast starter, which is they're pretty amazing because we are out of yeast. We've been out of yeast for many weeks now, and it's very hard to find it. And there was a presentation with Lynette on Friday about making different kind of bread and making your own starter with apple, actually, real apple. So it was very interesting to see. And right now you have all these collection available here. And yeah, the Facebook Live, that's the one I'm talking about, made with Lynette, who's from Australia and who's really sweet. And I'm gonna show you here as well. I don't know if you ever noticed, but when you scroll down over here, you have also articles and things that are, you know, happening right now, like asparagus. It's the asparagus season, so then you have ideas on what to make with them, and you have all of these here. So then you can read all the articles. So I found it really useful and interesting to share with you guys. And if you have any question about how to use the Cook-I-Do, please let me know. Oh, there we go. That's the one I was talking about. No yeast, no problem. So you have the article and all the explanation on what you're supposed to do here. All about chocolate, all about your immunity. And of course, if you're still the owner of a TM5, we're not forgetting about you, and there's still things to do with it. And actually, I wanted to tell you about the video that I showed you at the beginning of the class. And sometimes we're wondering what we can make in a varoma. So it was the perfect video. And also, if you want just steam anything like pot stickers, vegetables, you just use the varoma. So that's something I wanted to let you know about. Yes. And here is my week. Maybe it's just going to be a reminder for you, but oh, yes. But so see, everything here is what we're doing today. And if you want to take a better look at it, you can press on this icon here, and you can see all the recipes even from the past weeks. So if you forget about doing a recipe, you can put it back. Let me see. Usually it goes on this way, like that. Yeah, on the iPad it shows differently. Oh, there we go. Okay, you have to press on here. And so, for example, there's a recipe I wasn't able to make, like the gazpacho, because I didn't have the proper ingredients. So I press on it and I move it to another day. That way, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it next Wednesday. I think it's going to be hot again. All right. And if you want to make something, if you want to go to the beginning of the week, you put let me see. It went back up there again. All right. So you wanna make this recipe for the week. So you add to your shopping list. And this one. So when you go to the shopping list, it shows all your ingredients by category, if you want, or by recipes. So if you have something at home, like for olive oil, for example, you just press on it and it disappears. And the garlic, usually we have it at home, it disappears. So then you know exactly what you're gonna buy and the exact amount of ingredients you're gonna get. What else can I show you? Are you ready, ladies, for the next step?
My rice has about 2 more minutes.
Okay.
We're almost there. I personally use the function you just showed on my phone all the time. I'll be grocery shopping and I'm scrambling what to make for dinner tonight. I'll look up a recipe, click on add to my shopping list, and then it's all there on my phone. I find that that's so easy and so helpful to make dinners. So that's something I definitely use a lot.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Florence.
Stephanie, I am ready to go.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing then. All right.
Continue. Okay, so my barbecue sauce is ready to cook. So I'm going to press next. It's just asking me to add the measuring cup. And now we are going to blend everything really quick during 40 seconds. So just pureeing everything so that we are sure it's going to be smooth. And it's going to take away all the chunks from the onions that we added and the garlic, making it a real sauce. And then we will be able to add the chicken. So it's 32 ounces of chicken. Only have 24 here, but tight pieces and
talk to Dad.
skinless and boneless, of course. 9 more seconds.
Sorry.
There we go. So my barbecue sauce is ready. I'm going to show you that in a second. Oh yeah, and one good thing, like Stephanie showed you the measuring cup. See, it's holding to the lid now. It doesn't drop anymore like the previous one. So here is my my sauce. I don't know how much you can see of it, but I don't want to take the risk to put it on my computer. So now I'm going to add my chicken, like I said, directly into the bowl. Oops, sorry for that. There we go. And 1 tablespoon of flour. And I'm going to place my lid back with the simmering basket, just like before. It's going to cook during 15 minutes, my chicken. And then we will shred it, tear it apart, not really shred, but we are going to make it tear it apart. So this is then 15 seconds, speed 1, and it's going reverse. Maybe as you can see here, I have a little arrow that is green, and which is showing that the blades are going reverse in the reverse side. So it's not cutting my meat. It's just going to stir it during 15 minutes. So back to Florence, I think.
Yes, wait, sorry. It's very important point that you're mentioning, Sophie, because many times people don't know about that and they think they're gonna have the perfect pasta, but it becomes like a puree, for example. So that's very important to know. Thank you.
Activate it just by pressing on it. If you are doing something manually, you just need to press on it and it's going to activate. So very simple to activate that.
All right, so my rice and veggies are ready. Removing the cover of the tray. The veggies have been steamed. So here they are. all nice and perfect. I'm gonna put that aside for now. And then I've got my eggs that are now hard-boiled eggs ready to go. Then I'm removing the top of the bowl and let me move this around. So with the spatula, you have this little notch right here, and you can pick up your basket easily so that you don't burn yourself. Remove it here. I'm gonna let it cool. I'm gonna put a little water on it since we're gonna eat this as a salad. So I'm cooling the rice here. Putting some water on it. I'm also putting some water on my eggs so they're a little easier to peel later. All right, so these are all the instructions basically. Set varoma aside, briefly allow eggs and vegetables to cool. Remove simmering basket with spatula, and you even have the little drawing telling you how to do that. Quickly rinse simmering basket with rice under cold water and set aside to drain. So that's what I'm doing now. Getting my bowl ready because we're very close to assembling. Okay, so now my rice is somewhat cool. Transfer rice into large serving bowl. Add to bowl reserved cooked vegetables. So let me put the roll rice to breathe a little bit here. Here it is. I'm gonna lower this so you can see. And then my veggies. And it's going to take me a little while to peel the eggs. Do you think someone can take over while I'm doing that?
So
Yes, of course.
Okay. I have 45 minutes left, 40 seconds left, sorry. So I can go. So I wish you could smell the mushroom because it smells very good. So I don't know if you can see the fume on the top with on your screen, but you have the fume so showing that it's cooking at high pressure and it sautés the mushroom at the same time. So you know what I like best? It's like it was cooking for 14 minutes. And during that time, I stayed with you because it's a class, but I could have checked emails, have a glass of wine, check on the kids. So what I like is I don't have to stay in front of the stove, like stirring or checking if it's burning or whatever. So it's your free time. It cooks and then you have free time. So you can do whatever you want. So we're done with the part where the mushroom are sauteed. So I'm gonna remove, I really wish you guys could smell it because it smells very good. My husband is already like, when he's asking when it's lunchtime. So I'm gonna show you the mushrooms. I put it back. And then, so the next steps for the mushroom is to add the soy sauce. So it said half an ounce, but as I said already, you can put more if you like it, because it's depending on your taste. So it's really up to you. Okay, and then we go to the next step. And now it's gonna cook with the soy sauce for just 2 minutes. And then we'll be done. Okay, so
Thank you, Tania.
You're welcome.
We can also add some garlic to make it, garlicky if
Yes,
people like
definitely.
it.
depending on your taste, or you can add parsley, you can add garlic, you can
Ginger.
You can put any kind, because the recipe says shiitake mushroom and button mushrooms, but you can add any kind of mushroom you want. And me, I didn't put much because it's just, the kids, unfortunately, I don't understand. They don't like mushrooms. So this is something I cannot understand, but anyway.
Okay.
So it's just for me and my husband, but you can put more too. So it depends, you can adjust the recipe. Even if it's, you have the guidance, you can adjust depending on your taste and what you want to have.
Okay, thank you, Tania. And I wanted to mention too that on every recipes at the end of, oh, I'm not sharing it to you yet. Hold on a second. Okay, for example, the Pina Colada, if you look at it, at the bottom here, it says, it gives you some tips and some tricks. So probably with the mushroom recipe, you know, they said you can add garlic according to your taste. So should I go now, Sophie, or do you have?
Stephanie, if you want, I have only 20 seconds left, so I can finish with mine, and then we can go to Sophie after. So
Sounds good.
And
yeah.
I'm ready too.
See, and so the things too, it's telling you here. I don't know if you can see my screen well, but every step it's doing, it's telling you. So we have 6 seconds to go before the mushrooms are ready. And then it goes for another 8 seconds. It's just some kind of safety so you don't burn yourself. And we are done. I press next. Okay, I'm gonna pour it in the bowl, and then I will show you. Let me do that so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, it really smells good. I'm a big fan of mushrooms, me and my husband. So if you like mushroom too, I strongly recommend to try that recipe. So, and here we have our mushrooms. See how beautiful they look? And it's very good too. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to Florence. Well,
yeah, I'm ready if you're finished. So normally I would let this cool a little bit longer, but here's my rice and vegetables all ready to go. And then I'm gonna keep following the instructions on the screen. So it now wants me to add some tuna. There's a scale function directly on the screen, so you could weigh that directly on the Thermomix, but I've already done that. So here's my tuna, I'm just gonna add that. I peeled my eggs already, so they're all ready to go. They also want me to add some olives. So I have some green olives here already chopped up. It's looking beautiful. And then some cornichons. Don't know how to say that in English.
It's pickles.
Yeah, there you go. I put a little bit less than normal because my son's not a big fan of cornichons, but here we go. What else do they want? Mint. So I actually have a lot of mint in my garden right now, so that's been perfect to get. You could chop a little bit. Last time that's what I did. I chopped a little bit of it and then I put a few big leaves there for decorations. And the eggs should come next. Let's see, drain and flake, black olives, sliced pickles, mint leaves. The eggs will come last. So the dressing is just olive oil, and I've chose balsamic vinegar. I also have this great sort of cream of balsamic that's really yummy. So sometimes I make a little mix. And so what I did last time is just adjusting the seasoning. So I usually start with the recommendation and see if that works for everybody. Just gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil. This is a half teaspoon, so not to do quite a bit, but that would be close enough. And then a little lemon from my garden too. We'll just add some of that. It's a Meyer lemon, so it's very sweet and delicious. And then a little bit of vinegar. Delicious. Here, I'm going to lower my screen a little bit so you get.
Wow, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah. And then yeah.
So I think, Florence, it's that you can cook everything at the same time. Like you cook your eggs, the vegetables, and the rice at the same time. Exactly. So it's really a win of time. So you don't waste time, and while it cooks, you have free time.
Exactly. So just like you said, Tanya, earlier, I was in the kitchen listening to everyone else, but you know, while my Thermomix is cooking for 20 minutes, I can do something else. And that's really one of the beauties of a Thermomix. So here we have it, a beautiful, simple salad, good proteins in there with the tuna and the eggs, beautiful vegetables, and it was all very simple and very straightforward.
Thank you so much, Florence, for this great recipe. And now, are we going back to Sophie? No. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Pina Colada ice cream. So I press on here because I saved it for today. And I start cooking. We only need 5 ingredients. So we need sugar, regular sugar. We need fresh pineapple, 200 grams of French pineapple. Sour cream, and I'm just going to put the whole thing because I don't think I have enough. It's 250 grams of creme fraiche, and yeah, I think it's enough. And then we're going to have coconut cream. So I'm going to start putting the sugar into the bowl. And now magic will happen. For 10 seconds. I don't know if you see already the powder coming out. Okay. You don't need to buy any more powdered sugar because it's making it by itself. All right. And now we're going to add the fresh pineapple, 200 grams. Press next. We're gonna add the lid back on and we're gonna turn it to speed 7. It's chopping. All right, and now I'm adding the sour cream. Let me show you first here. It became completely pureed. So I don't want to miss any pineapple, so I'm just going to scrape down the lid and put the pineapple and sugar into the bowl. Okay, I'm tearing it because it wasn't until 0 grams. So now I'm putting the sour cream. All right. I have 200 grams, which is enough. And now the coconut cream. 200 grams of coconut cream. I only have 160, but that will work. And I don't have any Malibu because I know it's mixed with other things. I just have rum. So I'm gonna put actually 70 grams because last night I made another bunch with 40 grams and we tasted it this morning, especially my husband. I didn't know he was gonna taste it without asking me, but he didn't know about it. Anyways, I'm just gonna put 60 grams. All right. And we're gonna put it to speed 6 for 5 seconds. So it's blending. Okay. Okay, so it looks really white and smooth and creamy, of course, because there's a lot of cream in there. And I'm just going to put it into a freezable container. However, I want to tell you that there's more steps to do because I couldn't show it to you because we need to wait 4 hours. So we put it for 4 hours in a freezer. And after 4 hours, we put it back into the Thermomix. And then we cut it into squares. And we, oops. Hold on a second. I don't want you to know the wrong recipe. So we put it for 40 seconds, speed 8 into the bowl, and then we put it back into the container and we put it overnight. And then we have this amount, which is pretty good. And now I put it on the barbecue, the pineapple yesterday, and so I grilled it a little bit on the side. And you have the Pina Colada ice cream on the side. So that's it.
Delicious.
Thank you. Well, actually, you can put some coconut sprinkles on the pineapple also, if you want to have more taste. So that's it. Do you have any questions? Is everyone ready with the recipe? We're missing Sophie.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so well, that ice cream looked gorgeous. For sure, I have to try that. So I'm just going to show you how to prepare your burger. So my chicken is now cooked. So it's still in pieces, as you can see. So the pieces are still fully there because we use that reverse mode. We are going to pull this apart. So my next step is then 5 seconds at speed 4, and it's still in reverse mode, as you can see. So it's not going to shred, it's just going to make it turn very, very fast. And since the chicken is already cooked, it's going to spread apart. So let's do that. 5 seconds. And I have prepared some buns that I made yesterday. So I made whole wheat. These are homemade whole wheat burger buns. And this is a recipe from the Swiss Cook I Do platform, actually. So here is my chicken ready. And as you can see,
your buns look perfect, I have to say.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I'm a perfectionist and they look perfect.
So here is my pulled chicken. It's pulled apart, as you can see, and I'm just going to garnish my chicken. And of course, this is the perfect dish for you to take when you're invited at a barbecue, because you know, you can bring the chicken, the pulled chicken, and people can just make their own burger. So I'm going to get my chicken, maybe a little piece of salad here. to garnish. And my pulled chicken on the top.
That is great.
And there is also a very nice pulled pork recipe that is on the Cook I Do platform. I think it's in the slow cooking collection, and because it's using the slow cooking function. So this is also another possibility. So it will slow cook during 5 hours, something like this. So I have my nice barbecue chicken here, and I'm going to sprinkle some onions on it, like this, that I shaved before. And there we are. So a fully homemade burger, because like I said, I made the ketchup sauce, I made my barbecue sauce, I made my burgers, and I just
It's quite amazing, actually, that you did all of it.
It's really worth it, I think. So
oh, yes.
It's really a very nice dish. So there we go.
Thank you so much, Sophie, for this great recipe, and thank you all for participating and watching all the recipes with us today. If you have any questions, we're gonna hang out for a little bit more, maybe like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. So don't hesitate to ask anything. And thank you again, my dear consultants, for all the work you've done. It wouldn't happen without you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bon appétit.
Bon appétit.
Thank you for joining us, and have a good weekend for those.
Bye.